What's going on, good people? So this is a little spur of the moment video I'm making. It is, what time is it? It's like 3 in the morning. I gotta work in a few hours. I'm up and I was working on the configuration, the Couch Citizen configuration, and improving some stuff. Version that's out now is a work in progress. So I just wanted to go over what I've been doing, what I'm improving, the upcoming changes that I think I'm gonna publish and upload, um, once I finalize everything. First of all, I noticed that I had mapped VTOL and cycle configuration to the same button. That's no bueno. That's not good for ships like this ship, the Drake Corsair, that has both. That has VTOL and um, cycle configuration. So I wanted to separate those, and basically I wanted to have landing gears, VTOL, and cycle configuration all bound to separate keybinds, but I wanted it to still be comprehensive, right? Still be intuitive. So, landing, anything landing gear, docking, auto land, VTOL, all of that I've traditionally and historically have mapped to the down on the D-pad in some form or fashion. And I'm going to continue that. So right now we have landing gear, which is still double tap down on the D-pad. Okay, for those that want to know, no, I can't make it single tap. Don't want it to be single tap because you don't want to be activating that by accident. And single tap down on the D-pad is how you deselect targets. So once you have a target selected, just tapping down on the D-pad is how you would deselect the target. And left and right is how you switch targets. Okay, so that's the reason why landing gears is double tap down. Okay, VTOL is your modifier 1, which is LB. Okay, hold LB and tap down one time. That will toggle your VTOLs. Okay. Also, at least for now, LB is also your push to talk key. So yeah, every time you push it and hold it down, you should hear that little sound effect. Yeah, there you go. You can hear that little sound effect letting you know that you're in push to talk. So just be mindful of that. While you have that held down, you're kind of broadcasting your comms. Okay, so holding it down, holding LB, once again, holding LB down and tapping D-pad down is how you activate or control your VTOLs. Okay, and now holding down RB, which is your modifier 2 button, opposite of LB, holding down RB and tapping down will activate, hopefully, there you go, yeah, activate your ship configuration. It will toggle your ship configuration. Okay, and that's basically wings out, wings in. I know this works on the Corsair. I know the Scorpius also has it. If I'm not mistaken, CIG is working on implementing that for the Arrow, and I can't wait because then hopefully we'll be able to store the Arrow in our Carracks, right? With the windows folded down and with the landing gear down. But I don't know. Actually, can you do that with this? I think the wings come up as soon as you activate the landing gear, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, see? Now the question is, can I leave the landing gear down? Hold down RB, tap down, and yeah, it does work. Okay, great. So I got my quick view set up using the gamepad. So yeah, so up, got my 4 views, and I was just messing with different views, test out different things. So there you go, landing gear, VTOL, and ship configuration. Okay, all separate. Pings, scanning, and getting into scanning mode. Okay, those are three different actions. Now, I think by default, toggling into scanning mode is mapped to the V key, V as in Victor, right? So V is to, by default, was to go into scanning mode, or toggle into and out of scanning mode. Now the thing is by default, holding down V was how you is. Let me see if it's still, yeah. Holding down V, I left it the same, and that is what activates your pings. So you hold it down and you let it go, okay, to do pings. There's a good reason why I changed the default keybind for toggling into scanning mode. But basically, I had to change the keybind in order to map these things to the gamepad because of CIG's recent changes to pings, making it a hold and release action. D-pad, okay, by itself, as in no modifier keys, is your targeting. That's how you would control your targeting. And of course, I made it like that so that you can do targeting, you know, in the heat of battle, quickly. So let's get into pings, because I have it so that, and this is an option that you can actually change in game. Where is it? You can lock pings. Okay, lock ping controls to scanning mode right here in game settings. Lock ping controls to scan mode. I have it set to no, and what that means is that if it's set to yes, then you can only ping when you're in scanning mode. Okay, I don't want that. I like to be able to throw out pings whether I'm in scanning mode or not. And actually, you'll see in this video, I brought back a feature that I had back in like 3.17 before I took my break, which was a macro for auto pings that will function. It functions as like a sonar. It's pretty cool. I'll show you right now. Nothing, nothing complicated, but this is the reason why I have this set to no. Okay, so now since that's set to no, we can just activate pings whenever we want. Okay, to activate a ping is holding down modifier key 1 and left on the D-pad. Now once again, remember, it's hold down and release. Okay, now you can keep holding down LB and then just hold down left, release, and it'll throw out your ping. Okay, I guess all you have to really remember is left on the D-pad is for pings. Okay, because holding down left is how you, holding down LB and left is how you throw a natural ping, regular ping. Okay, now holding down RB, if you hold down RB, which is your modifier 2, and you double tap left, what happens is you trigger this. Okay, it's going to throw out a ping automatically every, I don't know, a couple seconds. Okay, with a little gap. I might adjust the timings, but this is really cool, and it keeps going. So right now I don't have anything held down right now. In fact, I can even get up out of my seat right now and it'll still be going. That's because it's a macro. But this is very helpful because then you could fly, and let's say you are flying in, dark side of a planet, and you're landing, right? You could throw this on, look around, fly around, and you'll constantly get updates. You don't have to manually ping. So yeah, that feature was really helpful. Okay, so as you can see, it's still going. To deactivate it, all you got to do is same combination. Hold down RB, double tap right on the D-pad. I'm sorry, left. A lot of these, any new changes that I make to the configuration won't be represented in the visual graphic just yet, Okay, because that visual graphic is custom made and it's something that I have to manually update in order to be able to show you guys some of the more complicated button presses and keybinds. Okay, so sorry about that. Some things you just won't see reflected down below, but most stuff is, as you can see, shift, strafe, left, right, up, down. You know, all of the buttons and stuff like that. Okay, so we got pinging, right? Once again, left on the D-pad is for pings. Holding LB and left is how you do a normal ping. Holding RB and double tapping left is how you can toggle into the auto pings. And once again, this will only be for the configuration that is marked as with macros. So I'll make, as usual, I upload a separate configuration that does not have any macros. You know, I don't have many. I only had this auto scan, and then I have a macro for auto run, which is really useful, really helpful. But you know, some people don't want that stuff, so I'll give you options for you to have it with or without. Scanning is right on the D-pad. So you just hold down LB, single tap, right on the D-pad, and that's how you activate it. Okay. Now, once you enter scanning mode, the controls are the same. I didn't change them. The triggers, not zoom in out, but you know, reduce and enlarges your scan radius. Now, what I did change is the button to activate scanning. Scanning used to be tapping A, or was it X? It's one of those buttons. It's one of those face buttons. Okay, I changed that. Now to activate scans is single tap on the back button. Okay. So once again, once you enter scanning mode, to scan, you want to single tap the back button in order to activate your scan. Why did I do that? There's a good reason. I can't think of it at the moment off the top of my head right now. But there's a good reason, and it has to do with how they changed some controls and moving things around. Once again, as usual, you can enter scanning mode, and then you can unlock your camera. Okay, and then you can scan things. Oh, I think I remember why I changed that. The reason why I changed that is because I have controls for advanced controls for turrets. So basically advanced turret controls, and they conflicted. They conflicted with the scanning, and that's because you can actually go into scanning mode in remote turret. You know what? Let's show that. Yeah, remote turret. Those are controls that I updated recently too. So let's go into the co-pilot seat. Okay, so CIG added salvaging. They added controls for inter-remote turrets. Okay, I still have to flesh them out because it's a little bit complicated. They give you 3 different options, and I recently learned that they actually give you those for a reason. To jump into different turrets. But anyway, into turret. To enter remote turret, you are going to hold down modifier 2, which is RB, and tap the B button. Okay. Now this, if you look at the, if you check my Google spreadsheet that has all of the mappings and keybinds, you'll notice that that is also your emergency exit combination of buttons. And it still is. Okay, emergency exit though is hold. If you hold it down, you'll exit your seat. Like right now. Okay, so that's RB and the B button. It's pretty cool too because the normal exit seat is LB and the B button. You hold down. So now holding down either shoulder button and pressing B and then holding down B for a second will exit you out of your seat no matter what. Okay. But holding down RB and tapping B is how you enter remote turret, and it's also how you can exit remote turret, or it's one way you can exit remote turret. There's actually multiple ways, or multiple actions that will kick you out of the remote turret. Okay. So once again, hold down RB, tap the B button to enter remote turret and to exit remote turret. Alright, now when you're in remote turret, some cool stuff. I got some cool stuff here, some nice advanced controls, and they feel really good, really intuitive. In remote turret, okay, I'm moving around. As you can see the stick moving around. Alright, right trigger, of course, shoots. That's your weapon group 1. Okay, turrets usually have one weapon group. I don't even know if you get turrets with 2 weapon groups. If that's possible, then I'll address it. But right now, the other trigger, your left trigger, is zoom. Okay, I kind of like that feature. When you're in a turret, it's really cool to kind of zoom in and kind of be able to quickly see scoping on your target. Okay, so you got left trigger zooms, right trigger shoots. Okay, right analog stick is what aims. Your left analog stick, if you can see on the bottom right below the cursor, your left analog stick, left and right, does nothing, but up and down it'll actually change your limiter. Okay, so you can pretty much kind of adjust your speed really intuitively and on the fly using both of the analog sticks. Okay, left stick is up and down, raises and decreases and increases your limiter. The left and right does nothing. Okay, so you could do all of that while you're aiming, which is pretty cool. All right, you could also, like I said, you could also zoom in. Oh, now you can see the meter really good. Okay, and you can see the controls. What you could also do is let's see, you can zoom in. Oh, you can click in the right stick, your aiming stick. Okay, so anytime you're aiming and you're shooting, let's say that there's a new target, 12 o'clock, and the ship is going straight ahead, you can just hold down the right stick. Okay, and as long as you have it clicked in, it's going to be aligning. It's going to self-align right to the center, to the default position. All right, really helpful, really helpful. So you got that. Let's see, you have then the face buttons. See, so like X or A, for some reason takes you out of remote turret. I don't like that, but it is what it is. I wonder why. I'll try to troubleshoot that and see if I could find a workaround for that. But for now, you just go back in. So don't push A while you're in the remote turret. Let's see what happens when we hit X. Yeah, X. That's what it was. I think scanning was X, and I have X mapped to toggle staggered shooting. Okay, so when it's on, you kind of shoot staggered. When it's off, it's not staggered. Can't really tell with these guns. Okay, but you can see the toggle right there. Okay, so X staggered, alignment. There's another button. It's another combo. I think it might be B, and I don't think I could show you in this ship, but there's another combination that cycles the mode for the turret. So this works on the Scorpius, and I think it's B. I think it's like LB and B, or just hold down the B button, but it will cycle the turret. So if it's in a forward facing position, it will cycle. That's how you cycle the turret and switch it to the back the rear position. I'll come up with a video. I'll show you guys on the Scorpius, but it's really cool. So you have access to that as well. What you also have access to while you're in turret mode is your scanning. So LB and right, and same thing into the scanning mode, and now you can tap back, same button to activate a scan. All right, now what is a bit different, as you can see, I'm trying to scan. Scanning has been really jacked up lately, really messed up. Hasn't been working. You have to get like super close. Okay, so as you can see, usually in scanning mode, the triggers will change the range. For now, I do have, while you're in the turret, left trigger. What is he doing? While you're in the turret, left trigger zooms in, right? It aims down sights, ADS. And then when you let go, it comes back. So right now, it kind of conflicts in that there's no way to ADS and change your range at least simultaneously. What you can do is you can use the mouse shift key, which is the back button. You can hold it down and you can use the triggers to zoom in and out, but keep in mind that that might activate your scanning, okay, because it's the same button as holding is the back button. I don't think it's a big deal right now. You're not going to run into too much conflict, I don't think. And at some point it'll get fixed. It'll be proper. But for now, it is what it is. I think that's it, man. I think that is all I wanted to show you guys. Let's get out of this mode. Let's jump out of the seat. Yeah, see, like now I don't even have to worry. Like I can hold RB and then click B and hold B to exit seat, and I could do the same thing with the left button. All right, so those are the changes, upcoming changes. Not sure when I'll publish these changes. I'll probably upload them definitely this week. So definitely in the next couple of days, couple of nights, I'm gonna be uploading these changes. There'll be a few more changes. Just to give you a quick update. Still working on perfecting the controls for salvaging. You can pretty much do everything right now in salvaging with my configuration. However, good luck figuring it out because I haven't documented all the controls yet, and it's a bit wacky right now. Trying to work around CIG and their keybinds. Okay, so that stuff is coming though. Just know that right now, if you get stuck with salvaging, just try switching to the mouse and keyboard. Use the mouse and keyboard controls, as in hold down the back button to use the mouse and keyboard shift. That will help. And don't forget, now when you hold down the back button, you can double tap LB, and that will toggle you into your what I call the menu mode for navigating the menu, without having to hold down any button. So now I can freely drag stuff and move whatever without having to hold down the back button. Okay, this mode actually helps as well because it changes the face buttons, it changes the paddles, and you get a whole bunch of extra controls. Check my configuration in ReWASD to see the mappings. Okay, I always encourage that. Always check the mappings, people. Like, no game is going to, tell you all the controls and just make it plain as day for you. So make it a practice to check the legend. All right. Speaking of legends, this legend is out. I'm about to take it to bed. I'll bid you all farewell, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.